Hello and welcome to the next installment of Dwelling Live for the Traccia Community Association. In this video we're going to be looking at your account settings. So here we're starting again at the home page. This is the page you're going to see when you first log into your account. Brings you to your guest list. You can see all of the guests that have been that are currently on your account and are active. But what's more than that is if we go back up to the top portion of the screen here, we can see we have some additional options that are related to our guest list, but don't actually have to do with guests per se. So here we have the verbal confirmation code. The verbal confirmation code is used when you call the main gate and you want to ask security to authorize a visitor to your residence. Of course, we do encourage you to use the dwellingLIVE online system. As these videos have shown you, it's very quick and easy to use and makes adding or removing or editing guests on your guest list quick and easy. But for those times when you don't have access to a web browser, if you don't have the smartphone app, or it's just not convenient for you to access the online portal, you can still call security to let them know that a guest is coming, but they're going to ask you for a verbal code. Now, in this block here, you're going to want to go ahead and enter a code word. Let's try donut. So when you call security and you give them your name and address, you say, "Hey, Acme Plumbing is coming over to my house. Can you please let them in?" They're going to say, "Okay, can you give me your verbal passcode?" And they're going to want the passcode that you've entered here under your account. So under call restrictions, you don't have to change this. You can add in some notes if you want. For example, do not call after 9 p.m. And you do have a limited number of spaces here that you can fill in. So or here we can try something else. Yep, there we go. So no calls after 9 p.m. So now under call priority, what this does is it tells security which phone numbers to call and in what order. So if you have, in this case, if you have two phone numbers on your account, you want to let security know that when they call you, that you want them to call you on this number first, and if no answer there, then another number. Just remember that after you make all of your changes, make sure you click over here where it says Save Preferences. Preferences have been saved. Okay, now all those changes have been locked in. So let's go back to the top of the web page here in the upper right hand corner, and we'll see My Account. Here's your account listing, and we talked about this in the first video. So let's go ahead and look at our individual profile. So if we just come over here to the right hand side of the web page, we click on Edit, and we can see some different options here. So one thing you may consider doing, if you scroll down here to the phone numbers area, is to go ahead and, if you want to put your name in, you can do that, and when security pulls up your account and looks for phone numbers, they'll actually see this information. So if your guest pulls up to the gate and they're looking for a particular member of the household and they say, "Hey, I'm here to see Homer," and when security looks at the call list, they can say, okay, they can see Homer's phone number right there and make the determination that they want to call that number first. Otherwise, you have an option to add a photo, if you have one available, to make those changes. Add your photo, come down here, scroll down to the bottom of the page, you'll see the blue button that says Saved. And there we go. Now we'll see if we come back to that user detail, and we'll see that the photograph is there, and we'll see that the new label for your phone number is also there. You'll also see an area over here for email and text message notification settings. We'll discuss notifications in the next video. as you have a few options here, and you have some options for notifications with your access devices, your vehicle transponders, and your key fobs. So we'll look at all of those options in the next video. So let's go back to my account. Now, as you can see here, we have 2 of the household members that have email addresses, 2 that don't. If you want to give someone else in your household access to dwellingLIVE, you can do that. Just need to provide an email address. And in this case, so let's say you put in the email address. You can enter a password, or you need to enter a password. And then you have 2 choices here. I take that back. You have 1 choice. You can go ahead and click Save. And now that user has an email and a password associated with their account, and now that person can now access dwellingLIVE, edit your guest list, edit phone numbers, and make those changes. And then you can add a photo for that person, or your other household member can come back and do that herself. So as we scroll down, we also see an area here for pets. So if you would like to add a pet to your account, you can do that. You can just type in the name. Okay. Type in some notes if there's anything you would like to put in there. And of course you can add a photo. When you're done with all the information, just go ahead and click on Save. And this will take you back to the My Account main page. Scroll down to the bottom, and there you go. There's your pet. And you can just repeat that process for however many different animals you have in the household. Well, that's an overview of the user account settings for dwellingLIVE. Stay tuned for the next video when we go back and we're going to talk about account notifications. As always, if you have any questions, contact the management company, and we'll do our best to answer your questions for you, or we'll produce another video so we can show you exactly what you need to know. Thank you and appreciate your attention.